Asynchronous programming. First, user can move from one task to another task before the previous one finishes. Secondly, it increases the amount of work that user app can perform in parallel. We must know Android is a single thread platform. By default, everything runs on the main thread or the UI thread. Android application needs to perform some non-UI operations like network call, I/O operations, database operations, etc. If we run every task on UI thread, an app will take time to complete, and if app freezes more than 5 seconds, then app control will get ANR dialog, that is application not responding, which means the app is blocked and ultimately app is crashed. Solution for the crash. Many approaches to solve this problem we have already. Threading, callbacks, RxJava, futures and promises. But the Kotlin's recommended approach is coroutines, which is the idea of suspendable computations. The idea that a function can suspend its execution at some point and resume later on. So, what are the coroutines? Coroutines, as itself indicates, co plus routines, which means co means cooperation and routine means functions. So, when functions cooperate with each other to perform a particular task, we can say that is a software component called coroutines. Coroutines build upon regular function by adding two new operations. In addition to invoke and return, coroutines added suspend and resume. So suspend, pause the execution of the current coroutine, saving all local variables, and resume, continue a suspending coroutine from the place it was paused. The official documentation says coroutines are nothing but lightweight threads. And what do you mean by that? Coroutines do not replace threads. It is more like a framework to manage concurrency in a more performant, simple way with its lightweight thread, which is written on the top of the actual threading framework to get the most out of it by taking the advantage of cooperative nature of function. Cooperative nature of functions means to cooperate with each other, to allow or to pause for the performance of another coroutines. So how do coroutines different from threads? They are executed inside of a thread, so you can start many coroutines inside a single thread. Many means more than 1,000 also. Coroutines are suspendable, which means we can execute some instructions, pause the coroutine in the middle of execution and let it continue when wanted to. They can easily change the context, which means that a coroutine that was started in one thread can easily switch to another thread. Coroutine features: lightweight, built-in cancellation support, fewer memory leaks, Jetpack integrations. Lightweight, one can run many coroutines on a single thread due to support for suspension, which doesn't block the thread where the coroutine is running. Suspending frees memory over blocking, while supporting multiple concurrent operations. Cancellation is generated automatically through the running coroutine hierarchy, which means when we use the several scopes, so when your particular component lifecycle will close, then this automatically scope will close and then the coroutine also will close. It uses a structure concurrency to run operation within a scope. Structure concurrency we will get into the new coming slides. Jetpack integration. Many Jetpack libraries include extensions that provide full coroutine support, like room library, like navigation library, and etc. So basically we have some coroutine builders through which we build the coroutine or we start the coroutines. We have three basic coroutine builders: launch, async and run blocking. We will learn about run blocking into the coming videos. Firstly, we can get the difference here: launch and async. Launch nature is fire and forget. Async perform a task and return a result. The launch function returns a job object and async returns a deferred object. Parallel execution of network calls is not possible. Parallel execution of network call is possible. Launch will not block your main thread. Async will block the main thread at entry point of the await function. Launch can never work like async. If async will not wait for the result, can work as launch. Other parts of the code will execute and not wait for the launch result, since launch is not a suspend call. Other parts of the code cannot execute and have to wait for the result of the await function. We can use the launch, for example, fetch users and membership rating and save into database. So it will not affect the UI. Fetch two products price from network or database to compare according to user's need. So this is all we can know about coroutines basics. Into next coming videos we will learn more about the same. Thank you.